Antonio Gibson.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 17's Mike 17. I got him.
Now Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray.
That's complete to John Ross. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Murray off play action. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Murray now on 1st down.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Donald Parham, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Flush to his right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Murray. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Prater's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Connor going to get it again on second down.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
They'll try and run for it with Connor.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
31's the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. 31's the mic. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. 31's the mic. Here I come.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. Get this one.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Here's Cressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray eluding the pressure right. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke.
And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter.
Check 26, check 26. Find out. I'm coming. Shoot, watch the shoot. Check 50, check 50.
And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Breida, he'll try the right side. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Down right around the 25. On 3rd down, Bridgewater forced out to his left. From the left side, it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it's enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. On the handoff, this is Breeden. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So if you like field goals, you've come to the right spot. We've had 3 so far.
Well, this is a football game, right?
It is.
You like that one, huh? You like where I went with that? How about that one?
I like it.
Okay, but hey, let's face it. In this game right now, both defenses have responded well. They're trying to hold the line on this. You just wonder if anyone can break through with a touchdown and put some pressure on their opposition.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And some room to run now.
Bring it! And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
Short throw, pick-6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Going deep for Hopkins.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Picked off inside the 5. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
They'll try the left side with Gibson.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Washington on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Bridgewater. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing now is Murray. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the clock reads 30 seconds to go, so really not a whole lot of time to speak of. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Mecole Hardman. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Connor on first down, able to take this one forward for about 6. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Murray now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, Murray being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. 1 second, all that remains. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so Washington in a good spot. They got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Connor. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. On 2nd down, it's Connor. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. John Ross hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And he bangs it through and makes it a 17-13 ball game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Play action now. Bridgewater. They'll roll him out right. Catch is made by Hardman. Touchdown, Washington. Nicole Hardman, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Here's Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Flushed out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. The sack cost him only a yard. It's second and 11. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Buying time to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the gun, a give to counter. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Murray. Steps away. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll run on first down. Connor. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Murray. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They'll look to run with Connor. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. It's the fullback. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Cardinals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for 2.
Jim. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. On the hook.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. Flush to his right. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Hey, we got 3 downs. 31's the mic. You must be drinking. 5 down. 31's the mic. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Check nickel.
Here's Bridgewater. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
You can't block me. 31's the mic. Tackle. 31's the mic. You got me.
Back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. Able to push his way through. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Murray now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray. It's complete to Fuller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On 1st down, it's Connor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Again, a run with Connor. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Play fake. Murray. And he will not be able to hang on through contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Prater's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. A give running right, Gibson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
They go play action. Bridgewater. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. J.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right, and that will be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there. To throw is Bridgewater. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Gibson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Ball at the 6, 3rd and goal. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Murray to throw.
Able to find Ertz. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
To throw is Murray. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Murray. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off at his own 47. Touchdown, Washington. And that trip to the end zone, I think that's the dagger.
Handshakes all around now. Everybody looking at each other and starting to celebrate a big victory.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Murray, one final try. Out to his left. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this.